There were two Chevy Malibus parked outside of an apartment building. Same color, same make. One didn't have a license plate and the other one did. And that belonged to Aniya Mack. But where is Aniya Mack? Inside of her apartment, the lights are on. There was things in the washer. I mean, she was here. She'd been home, right? Or was it someone else? Where is Aniya Mack? Hey guys, it's Jessie May. Today I'm back with another true crime video. If you're new here, I post true crime content and makeup, plus just makeup content. If you enjoy that, girl, subscribe to me. If you're not new, girl, welcome back. So enough yapping, let's get into the video. So who is Aniya Mack? Aniya Mack was a 24-year-old psychology major student, y'all. She attended Western Michigan University. She was in so many activities. I mean, she did choir, she did dance. I mean, she was just that girl, okay? Like, she did it all. She was Barbie, literally. Her friends and family described her as very nice, kind, sweet. I mean, she was just a person that you would want to be around. And she was just a very active person. Like, she was really active in church. She was in the church choir. She just seemed like any other 24-year-old. She was just full of life. And she also worked with autistic children. So knowing that, I feel like it says a lot about her character. She loved to be around people. She just wanted to help people. The question is, who would want to hurt Aniya Mack? Well, we're finna find out. Aniya Mack was last seen on June 24th, 2018, and literally nobody could get in contact with Aniya. And this was very unlike her. Her friends couldn't get in contact with her. Her family couldn't get in contact with her. And childhood friend Dominic Thomas reached out to police with his concern about his friend. And he was just explaining to the police that his friend is missing and this is very unlike her, and he has not heard from her and nobody else has heard from her as well.
If anything is going on, I'm like pretty much the only person that she has here besides her family. But like me and her, we have been best friends for 24. I'm only 24, but we have been best friends our entire being, basically.
I got friends like that.
And it's driving me real crazy that if anything was going on, she would call me. If nobody, she would call me. I know for a fact.
She has medical issues.
No.
Police was just asking Dominique different questions like, "Are you on drugs? Have she done this before?" Just trying to get a gist of what could have happened and how can they go about the situation. Are they dealing with a missing person? Like, they don't know what they're dealing with. So police began to ask, does she have a boyfriend? And Dominique mentioned that she does have a boyfriend. And police was asking, like, how was the relationship with her and her boyfriend? He was like, was kind of rocky. Like, they had like their ups and downs. And police was just wanting to get more detail. We're just gonna call him Dom, okay? So police was just trying to get more information out of Dom, Aniya's best friend. And as police was gathering information, they seemed to find out that Donovan was abusive. They both had a toxic relationship.
Issues with him that you know of?
Yeah. There's been several occasions that they went back and forth and had arguments. I know one time the police was called.
Say they ever escalate the violence, really?
He threw water on her several times. He took off in her car when she came out. She was getting ready to talk to him. He rolled her arm up in the window, like to drag her down the street.
Well, who is his boyfriend, you may ask? So his name was Donovan Lewis, and he was 25 years old, and he played basketball at a community college. And he also worked as a janitor at nighttime. So now we know we have the best friend, Dom, and then we have the boyfriend, Donovan. So as police got information from Dom, the best friend, they decided to go take a look at her apartment, to see what's going on, to see where she's at. Maybe she might be in the apartment. When police arrived to her apartment, they saw her car there, and it did have a license plate, and it was in her name. So her car was there, and the light was on in the apartment. And so they assumed, like, the light is on, and, she's here. You would assume that she was probably in there. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered. Maybe she was hiding. Maybe she just didn't feel good. When police arrived there, they saw her Chevy white Malibu, and they also saw another Chevy white Malibu. One had a license plate, and they ran that license plate. It belonged to Aniya, and the other one did not have a license plate, and both the tires on both cars, they were popped. Police was just saying, you know, this is strange, this is a little weird. So like I mentioned in the beginning, Aniya, she was living off campus, meaning she did have a roommate. So we got in contact, not we, I wasn't there. Police got in contact with her roommate. Her roommate was just shocked. She was saying that she hasn't seen Aniya since she left. Aniya hasn't been to work, and you know, like I said, she worked with autistic kids, and that's very unlike her. And so later in the week, around Thursday, the roommate came back because, you know, she has to go to work and things like that. And she came back to the apartment. There was no sight of Aniya, and the light was off. And this is important. The light was off when the roommate came back home and when she went to change into her work clothes and she left. As police is looking around in Aniya's apartment, they see that the washer is full of clothes, and which is strange because if no one been here, who put the clothes in the washer? They decided to go in her room, and they saw that all of her belongings was still there. I mean, her purse, all of her stuff was still intact. I mean, her hair products and things like that. So police decided to take another look around, and they went into the bathroom. And when they entered the bathroom, they discovered something very weird and strange.
Can you ask her to use the bathtub in here? Hey, Jerry.
What's up?
Can you ask her if she uses the bathtub? It's like full of water.
Maybe somebody was going to take a bath, but they didn't take a bath. And they started asking, like, hey, does she take baths often? And the roommate was just pretty unsure. Judging from my understanding, I don't think her and the roommate were like really close. They were just like cordial roommates. So then the police starts to ask questions about the laundry, like, does he come over and do laundry and things like that? And the roommate responded saying, yeah, like they do laundry together, you know, just things like that, just like the typical boyfriend stuff. Everybody is just lost and confused. And a very key important thing, Donovan don't have no car. Everybody like, okay, where Aniya at? And even Donovan was trying to reach Aniya. Everybody's just lost in the sauce and confused. They've been trying to locate Donovan, you know, to see where he at, because your girl is missing, Buki. They checked his mom's house and nobody came to the door. So Aniya's god sister / friend contacted the police saying that Donovan, he works overnight as a janitor at this little medical facility, and he typically, once he's off, he would go to Aniya's apartment. So officers was like, okay, cool. So they decided to head back to Aniya's apartment and wait for Donovan until he showed up.
I guess we'll wait outside for a little bit, see if he shows up. I just feel like you'd be a little bit more concerned if your girlfriend's missing, don't you think? That's the one person who hasn't talked to us all yet.
So as police were waiting, a strange man just pulled up, you know, walking on the side of their car, and the police, like, they're alerted.
Take me here and we'll talk about it on the way.
Just tell me now.
I'll kill my girlfriend.
6160. Will you come to the apartment, please? Where is she? We're out with boyfriend. He's reporting at 10:35. Where is she?
She's in the creek.
Where at?
He's buried. Dispatch.
You got any weapons on you, Don?
I don't have anything. So.
You get pat down. Alright, I gotta read some stuff to you real quick, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say.
Like, detectives have to get involved and things like that. So police started, you know, put him in in handcuffs and time to take him into the investigation room. In Donovan's confession, he confessed that he killed Aniya Mack because her and her pastor were having a, I guess, sexual relationship, some type of relationship, and he felt disrespected, and so he decided to take Aniya's life. And he believed that Aniya was cheating on him with her pastor, because remember, she was in the church, she went to church. And on June 24th, he confessed that him and Aniya was just in a very heated argument about the text messages regarding her and the pastor.
Kind of got in like a fetal position with all her knees in her hands and saw that it was a pastor and saw what he said. And she kind of just gave up and gave the phone. And the whole time she was laughing, grinning. When she gave the phone, she was grinning and laughing. Because you know, okay, if I do make that accusation, she could have that reaction that she had.
This pastor was sending her money, paying her bills, pretty much providing for her. And by the way, this pastor is married too. He gave her a white Chevy Malibu. Yeah, that white Chevy Malibu, the second white Chevy Malibu with no license plate, he gave her that car because her boyfriend was using her car. Girl, and Donovan goes to explain that in the argument, like, he just got, tensed up, and so he went, found the knife, and, murdered her. He put her in a suitcase and drove and dumped her in the creek. How we know about this pastor? Who is this pastor? His name was Pastor Strickland, and he was the pastor of the Second Baptist Church. That was the church that Aniya, she attended, and she did all the choir, she did all of that. And he was real respected in the community and at his church. And police decided to do a deep dive in the text messages. It was true that pastor was paying her bills because Aniya, she was struggling, and she was a broke college student. Don't make it right, but So when the police confirmed everything, what do man do? Deny. He was denying everything. He was like, I never did it. That white Chevy Malibu floated to her. I ain't put that there. Man, you know what you did. He went to court, he went through trial, and he was just going back and forth, boo. In case y'all wondering, yes, the pastor did do this, y'all. The pastor did do this, and he didn't go to jail or anything because he didn't do anything legally wrong. But months later down the line, he was messing with teenage boys, him and his wife. And he did go to trial with that, and he did get sentenced for that. This man, he's just sick. And what baffles me the most, when he got out of jail, he got another position to be a pastor. What is going on with y'all? Anyway, but who did get charged for Aniya's murder, it was Donovan Lewis. So Donovan, he was charged with second-degree murder. And the crazy part, this man, when he was outside on the, prison playground, he tried to escape. This man tried to escape. His excuse was saying he needed to talk to his mom or something to do with his family.
That he was able to just find a spot and get over it without injuring himself. The first level is a barbed wire fence, and the second level is razor wire. The person in custody was able to get over both of those. Then they went over the barbed wire fence that contains the business loop of I-94, and the jail jumpsuit was found approximately 100 yards south of that spot.
He was guilty for that, so he got charged for escaping. And then on top of that, his second-degree murder. So he got 25 to 40 years, worth of prison. Thoughts and opinions. Yes, Aniya cheated, but Donovan was probably cheating too. For you to murder someone, it's never that serious to murder someone. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this crazy freaking story. And don't forget to comment, subscribe. Bye. See you next time.